trying to get good for Clemson. And sometimes it just don't match up very good. That's okay. It's okay, but did you make the right decision? That's really kind of what I'm evaluating. And then make the plays that are there. The plays that are there, let's make those. You can't go catch it for them, but are we making the right decisions in the running game with the protections? Are our eyes on the right things? Making the right decisions in the passing game? Do we make plays with our feet? Those are all things we're looking for, but just a consistent performer. That's because they all can do the job. They all can go and play, but consistently, who's making the fewest mistakes? Because mistakes will get you beat, and we've got to try to minimize those if we can. So that's really what we're looking for. And again, there's going to be some bad plays, just because. Same thing for the defense. There's going to be some bad plays against them because they're working on something and it doesn't quite match up. Maybe they wouldn't do it if they were just game planning, but we got to get ready for the season, and we understand that as coaches.
Are you considering, as far as the injuries go, you were hoping to get Amari and Cornell back?
Yeah, I think Amari was close to. Cornell's been back. He came back yesterday, and he's not quite 100%, but he's getting closer. And he actually had a couple of really nice routes and redirects and break points. So it was good to see him that way. But he'll be fine as he continues to be able to cut it loose. Amari felt like he could have gone today. Just kind of held him another day just to make sure we give that a little more rest. He's a little tender there on his Achilles, but he'll be back probably tomorrow. And Logan Rudolph's another guy that has been out. We're going to try to get him back into practice here pretty soon. We're going to have to harness that shoulder. At some point, he's going to have surgery again on that shoulder to fix he's got like a little piece in there that's got to be repaired. Probably could play, but if we end up making a decision to play him, then he'll probably miss spring. But we don't have to really make that decision right now. We just kind of see what happens in camp. Keep bringing him. He could play. He's just got to get used to wearing the shoulder harness. So he's another guy. We're going to get back in practice and see how far we can get him.
Cleveland and Crowder were.
He strained his calf. So hopefully he'll be back sometime next week.
I think Cleveland and Crowder were in yellow the other day. Were they back today?
Crowder was back. Cleveland was still out. He had everything's a concussion. That's just how we respond to everything nowadays. Anytime anybody gets a little dinged up mentally, we sit them out. So he just got a little shaken up the other day. So we put him right into the protocol. And our trainers do a good job of that stuff.
What does a scrimmage allow you to evaluate more so than a practice?
What is a scrimmage?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're not working, you're lining up and you're playing. You're having to react. You're not coming over here and saying, okay, it's goal line, it's 1st and 3 on the goal line, or it's, telling them everything, or you coming over and it's just 7-on-7, it's scale a period, or we say, okay, this is team pass, guys, and it's now you got to play the game, and you got to react. It's faster, and then we're working on our processes. The communication, the substitutions, the signaling, getting everybody off the field. You're not in a team separate period where you're sitting there saying, okay, get a little wider, do this, all right, put your eyes here. Now they got to make all those decisions. Coaches are off the field, and you kind of find out who's processing things the right way and who's not. And then you got an opportunity to kind of push them, and you get a chance to play live. We don't do a little live. We did live goal line today. That was our live period. Yesterday we did live coming out off the goal line. Saturday the whole thing will be live. So it's just who's ready and who's got a little more work to do.
Are you considering going completely live with the quarterbacks at all?
No, not right now.
Back to the decision making of the quarterbacks. Is that what has allowed Kelly to kind of distance himself a little bit so far?
Yeah, he's just he's a junior. He's been in the system. He's been sitting in that meeting room for 2 years, and he's been on the sideline. He's been on the headsets. He's just got a lot of knowledge, and because of that, and the work he's put in, his confidence is just at an all-time high. He's very confident right now. I love that, and he's doing what he needs to do. There's a lot of things that he brings to the table, and his strengths are really shining through right now because he's not making a lot of mistakes, and he's making the plays that are there. He's very confident. He's pulling the trigger on time. So he's doing a good job. And, but all those guys are doing a good job. I'm telling you, I think we can win with any of them. I really do.
As far as T. Higgins goes, you said he's been really impressing you. What are some examples of things he's really impressed you with?
T?
Yeah.
His ability to go get it. He's got great body control. He's physical. I'm very, very encouraged with his toughness. You don't really know till you start coaching the guy how they're going to respond to what they get on this practice field, and he hadn't backed down a bit. He's a tough, physical kid. He's got great lateral movement, and he can get off the jam. He's taken to the technique pretty good. DeAndre last year really struggled. Wasn't very strong, and just really, from a technique standpoint, really struggled. And now he's at another level, but he's put the work in. Whereas T, just very natural for him, and he's a 200-pound kid right now. That's got some. He don't look strong, but he's got some natural strength, and he's got the mentality. I love his mentality. Ball's in there, he wants to go get it. He has zero fear, no fear whatsoever. Obviously got great ball skills, and it's hard to overthrow him. He just gallops. You think he'll never get to it, and the next thing you know, he's right there, and he's got his hands on the ball. And then he's very coachable. He's a great kid. He really is. He wants to be coached. He has no entitlement to him. He just falls in line and goes and works every day, and I love that.
Is his physicality more Nuke or more Mike?
Well, he's when Nuke first came in here, he's got a little more of that Nuke mentality. Nuke he just wasn't very big and wasn't very strong. He really looked like a basketball player when he got here, but Nuke would claw your eyeballs out too. He might have only been 185 pounds, or if that, when he got here. But he wasn't a great technician early as a freshman. But man, he would fight you for the ball. He had that type of mentality, and I think he's got that. Whereas Mike, Mike was a little more like DeAndre, had a little more of a basketball mentality as a true freshman. Guys just coming in here. But he quickly, started to make the adjustment, and then Mike became a big, obviously strong, physical, guy. And I think T and DeAndre will get there. I think both of those guys are going to be, 220-pound guys plus that have great catch radius, and both of them got good ball skills and body control.
Going back to the tailgate and the team dinners and stuff, what are some of the things you guys do to break up the monotony of camping and keep these guys having fun?
Oh, we just, we bring in speakers. We had Ernest Biner in here yesterday. Y'all may remember him. We bring in all kind of speakers. Come in and talk. We brought a guy in that did an unbelievable job early in the camp. A guy named Damon West. He's just got paroled.
Great story. I read that.
He's been out about 19 months or so, but so we bring in speakers. We do things within our team. Even the way we start practice. Right now it's competitive to see. We make them compete on everything, like who's gonna travel. Because when we're doing all of our team periods, either the offense has to travel, or the defense has to travel, and so. I've been making them compete on that. We've played spike ball. We've had a go route to see who can complete it to the offensive lineman and the defensive lineman. We've had cornhole a couple times, and whoever wins, then they get to stay home, and the loser has to travel to all the competitive periods. So we do stuff like that, and then we got other things planned throughout the course of camp as we go through to make sure that we're getting our work in, but also, just building that team and challenging them in other ways outside of football. And so we got a lot of things going on. We got several other guys coming in to speak. Obviously, we'll take them up to the reserve sometime next week. So we've got a few little things where we're gonna have some fun with.
Before we go, gotta ask. You watched the game last night, so what are your thoughts on Deshaun and how he played this first game?
He looked like he'd been there for about 5 years. He's just Deshaun. He's just poised. You can tell he's put the work in. no big shocker there. Poised, confident, knew where to go with the ball. Had several drop balls and a fumble, cost him a couple of opportunities, but just very confident, very much in command, and then he just has that ability to extend plays, and he's faster than you think, but he's just a very, very smart football player and strong arm. I think maybe missed one throw or two on a little seam throw, got a little geeked up on that first seam ball. But just very, very, very comfortable. Just looked like he belonged. And like I said, looked like you'd never know he was a rookie. Looked like he'd been doing it a while, but that's a testament to him. That's just, he's always going, whatever you think he should be, he's always going to be beyond that. He's wise beyond his years, and I think it'll continue to be that way for him. But I was very proud of him, and it was fun to see Carlos, and I think all those guys got a picture after the game. Of course, Nuke didn't play a whole lot, but always good to watch him play. DJ Reader, seeing Ben out there was great. And then Gilly, I think, is with the Texans now too. But it's always fun. Take a lot of pride in watching those guys.
Thanks, Coach.